The views expressed by our guests in the following video are solely the opinions of our guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and or opinions of the Ola 7 podcast show. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hello guys, my name is DJ Ola 7 and welcome to the Ola 7 podcast show, and this is your favorite segment, On the Spot. On today's episode, we have got a true legend in the building, a lyrical mixman, a pioneer of Zimbabwean urban grooves and also one of the best or the most respected voices in the game. He's the man behind timeless hits like Gede, Chibaba, Hapana, Mob Psychology, and also Tsvigiri Muhuchi, with a career spanning over 2 decades now. He's dropped anthem after anthem, collaborated with the biggest names, and remained relevant through every wave of Zim music. And, now he's back with a brand new album. I'm sure and I hope you guys are loving the new album. You're enjoying it. And ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome General, the Don, and one and only Sniper Storm in the building. Chapinda Chimtara Jo King. Welcome, my brother Sniper Storm.
Yeah, greetings, DJ.
It's been a minute. It's been a while. I don't know, when was the last time I interviewed you?
Yeah, man.
Do you remember?
I think 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, man.
Finally, and you're back with the bag now.
Yeah, man.
And before we get into music, let's talk about the new look. I think everyone has been asking, okay, what is about the new look? Clean shave, the new pressure.
Yeah, man.
And
clean
now,
shave. I think the new look is about my journey in life and spiritual journey and musical journey. Yeah, man.
So what really inspired this?
Well, everything that I do as an artist is about art, and is inspired by the Most High God. Yeah, man. So any music you hear, anything, it's just about the art, and it's just about the Most High God, where Him seeing I'm head.
Yeah,
man.
So this is the new Sniper.
Yeah, man. The Sniper where you have to deal with from now.
So it's gonna be like that.
Further.
It's going to be like this, for the rest of, or maybe you're going to change?
Until, it's just a hairstyle, It's just a hairstyle, just like any.
Yeah.
Box cut, weave, any hairstyle.
Yeah. So is it like a wig or something?
What I don't understand is, why is it so surprising?
Yeah. And maybe we are not so my question is maybe Magaisa wig or something.
The question is, when was the last time you saw me?
The last time I saw you, when you went to collect your new Mercedes from Tsvigiri.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and you were going to clean.
And hair grows.
But to this extent?
Hair grows. For me personally, when I used to shave, I used to shave every week. So imagine 52 weeks in a year.
Even though 52 weeks?
52 weeks in a year.
Yeah.
How long can one's hair grow? And hair grows differently with each individual.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Sniper!
So Sniper have dreadlocks, Yeah, man. Man, a Rasta.
Yeah.
If you want to call me that.
Jaman.
Dread.
Oh, dread.
Yeah, man.
And
that doesn't change anything, because I'm obviously different age, spirituality, and certainty. Yeah, man.
So now let's talk about the picture you used to promote your album. This picture reminds me of Moses achipatanira the Red Sea.
Yes.
Kuvana Israel kutivayambuke chichakaita pa this art iri.
Okay, so as you know, Sniper Storm is a dancehall pioneer. Yeah, man. I brought about most of the things that people are dealing with right now. People are working with right now.
Yeah.
So at this stage, this is a new chapter. We're coming out of that fears into a new fears, as you see.
Yeah.
So maybe chatisina kungoisa ndana faro vachidonha kuseruku, but tiri kuvhura nzira another level of art, another level of musical art.
Do symbol actually like the way market mchivura.
Exactly. And as you can see, you study the art. I'm sure it's interesting to you because takabata tsvimbo yedu iri microphone tichienda kumberi nemangoma. We are moving into a new realm, into a new frontier. Yeah, man.
And you know what? I like your the vision. I like the vision.
Yeah.
And where you're coming from, and I kind of see where you're going from the way you're explaining it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is like an opportunity. Okay. So do you mean that there are other people behind you, those who are coming, following your footsteps?
There are always people behind us. There are always people with us.
Yeah.
And there are always people where we are going. So it's not about leaving anyone behind.
Yeah.
Or it's about a journey. It's about moving forward.
Yeah.
Yes. So this image is just where we are right now as Sniper Stam music.
Okay.
You hear me?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
We can't do without the people. And some we can do without.
Yeah.
Or we have to leave behind. And some we have to go with, and some we have to go and meet.
Yeah.
You understand?
I get you.
Yeah, man.
And you recently dropped the album Ronzi Nini.
Yes.
And tichiziva pachishona Nini inyemba isingaive, kane nharo kanyemba but kana ari munhu yanenge ari munhu asinganzwisise kana asinganzwi shamo akarohwa Nini ngenyunzi chatsiurwa anoramba achingodzokodza. But talk to us about the title. Timbotane title yacho Nini, because song pane song iyo pane mashoko ekuti andakakota anonzi ndajaira kurohwa nematanda saka dzimwe shamu adzicharwadza. Ndakakota pasong iyoyo. Ndiani ari kukurova ine matanda mashoko amayareva muchiti?
First of all, let me explain. Nini.
Yeah.
I wanted to just add, taking from what you said, kuti inyimo isingaive. I think in this concept, it's not exactly that. It is Nini. Nini inogadzirwa.
Yes.
Nekuda kwema experiences in life. Nekuda kwezvinenge zvichiitika kwauri as a human being.
Yeah.
So it's not about kurohwa per se. It's about toughening up because of your experiences. It's about growth. It's about, being a different being from that you were yesterday. Yeah, man. So that is it. And definitely it is growth through pain. Yes, through inflictions.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So this is where we are. So this is what I am saying in this particular song. Yes, and that happens to be the title track of the album.
Album Nini.
Yes. So I've got experiences. I've got things that has been said to me. I've got, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Bad and good things, and they build a man. And we are not really complaining. We are saying...
Do you remember, or would you be, privy to share with us some of the bad things that were said about you?
All I can say is experiences, pain, build character. If you are a man, you don't complain. Yeah, man. We don't complain. We don't really complain.
Yeah.
But we move forward and we get stronger by these experiences. Yeah, man. And so each and every day you get insults, you get this, you get that, you get that. But I'm above. Like the song says, guys, try to do better. Go out and took it each and each. Come on, man.
Yeah.
What do you think I am going through privately? Because punish our own idea.
Yeah, true.
And so what of the things that you don't know about me that are even more bad or more whatever or more, hilarious, as we can say.
Yes.
So you don't know this man. At least the best that we can do is, which is why we always have to show love to each other.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, man. And sometimes ask for an explanation.
That's very powerful, my brother.
Yeah, man.
So now let's talk about the big moment. 24 March is the day you were blessed with a Mercedes Benz C200 for your contributions to... What did that gesture mean to you personally and professionally?
Well, personally, it was a very, very, exciting moment for me and a very good thing for me, because it was a huge gesture by Tsvigiri Muhuchi. And it showed a lot to me. Yeah, man. It showed that my story was understood. And my story was appreciated as well at that level from that man. And from the work that I have done over the years as we go forward. Yeah, man. So it was a big thing. Chinchiombe. Chandakaitirwa naSevik now. Vamwe vangachitarise sechinhu chinosekesa or sechinhu chakadai, you get a lot of comments about it. But just knowing that there is someone who has appreciated your story or appreciated your journey, yeah, man, that was a big thing. And I appreciate up until today. Tsvigiri wakatitira zvinhu zvihombe. As Sniper stamp.
And there were a lot of, bad, negative comments, critics, people saying, why did Sniper write, that long letter to Tsvigiri, begging a car? People were just saying a lot. Did you read some of the comments?
Oh, yes, I do go through the comment section sometimes. Like I said, some people don't understand. And then some people, I think people are emotional about certain things that maybe I can't go into right now. People have their own thoughts. People are polarized in certain ways. But I think inini naseta kanzwisisa. I wrote the letter, and the letter got to him because Say was not a person that I could go and see. Amunhu anogona kunge atori kuChina kana kune imwe nyika patime yakutaura nyaya yako ari mune rimwe meeting. So Tsvigiri, fortunately munhu wepa-social media. Apart from him being
online most of the times.
A big businessman, fortunately anoona zviri kuitika pama-streets social media. So takanda chinhu changu akachiverify as I know, and pandapasa pandapinda. And then people were in the comment section. I think vanorwadziwa nazvo. Sorry. Ndokumbira uregere. Akutokumbira chekuchaiko. Vanorwadziwa nezvimwe zvinhu zvatinenge tataura, taita, taimba. Tabata, tadai. I don't know. I think kana takakanganisa tinokumbira regerero. Angava ani zvake. Because what I would want is for everyone to understand me and appreciate me, especially as Sniper Storm, the musician. It is very, very important. Hakuna munhu asina basa.
True.
So if I could get the love from every Zimbabwean, every African, every, individual in this world, the better for me. And I think you will also get a better version of the man that you are looking at. Yeah, man.
That's really powerful. So after you wrote that letter and you responded with a gesture, emotkari, and Kwauri, it was like a dream come true?
Oh, yes.
It was a dream
because
come true.
It is something that I did, and, you look at it and say, we try things in life.
Let's say nakukudahira. After I knew that later and people could criticize her, how were you going to...
How was I going to handle it? You see, I'm a man who knows that kune plus, kune minus, kune 0, kune 100. So sometimes we are somewhere between those two.
True.
You understand? So it's just like how we make music. You understand? But still to know it. We cannot stop doing things because of doubt and fear. Do you understand? Or because of certain emotions that you carry around. I believe in strong character. I believe in myself. I believe in the things that I talk about or ask for from God, from, people as well. So that is visina kuita. Hey, to qualify.
Exactly.
You understand? Even coming from a position where I knew, you understand? You understand? Because when we were doing some of the work that we did and some of the work that we do even up until now, you do not know kuti zviri kubata papi. Untozoona wakucompare data nema notes. saka ini ndotokwana kuna vanhu vanoimba gospel.
Exactly.
Because nditori nenziyo dzakati
dzechitendero.
Exactly. Saka ndogona kutonomirawo pana King David ndichoti
ndakakwana.
Ndokwana.
Exactly. No, I understand, my brother, and somewhere happy for you.
Yeah.
That time I know I was following, I'm always on social media, somewhere like you say, bashing, the comments, and somewhere even happy for you. I remember when you got this, car, your baby mama Chipo, akaiso yake comment achite the court. She said, "Congratulations, Baba Ribbon. I hope teacher ikwirao close court." That was a comment. So I mean, Magazo had an opportunity to be in that Mercedes Benz.
We are nyora. We are no nyora and no garage nyora. I think she's very active on social media.
Yes, she
I think more than I am.
Yeah, she is.
As much as I have things that I do in my private life.
Yeah.
And I would like to keep it that way.
Yeah.
She talk, and I do.
Exactly.
And, I mudzanyadze kudeni.
Exactly. But akakwirwa again more.
Ayo dzanyadze kudeni. I don't want to really tap into things that are personal too much. You understand?
I get you. Yeah, of course.
But like I said, things are said and things are done.
That's very true.
All I can say. Yeah,
right.
man.
Do you still have the car? Because some of the people who got these vehicles, some they sold the vehicles, some, vaisina vamwe vanadzo. Do you still have that car?
Well, just like before, it's unfortunate that this particular vehicle is something of my personal ownership that came into the limelight. But I would like to keep it to myself.
Yeah.
As I said, most of these things are personal.
Yeah.
People should know what I have and I don't have.
Yeah, exactly.
People need to focus more on the music. It's unfortunate some of the things of my personal life, and I would like to pass.
Yeah.
I like to pass that stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But in that manner, everything is all right.
Great.
Everything is in place. Yeah, man.
I like this statement. Everything is in place. So I assume the car is
all right. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
That's a very beautiful car.
Yeah, man, it is a very beautiful car.
Yeah.
Once again, we say big up, say with like more love and more strength.
Looking back into history with performances at ZANU-PF rallies, at one point people started attaching your name to politics. Looking back, did that affect how you moved in the industry?
I have not seen a point where it came to people in that view. I am a musician. I perform at stages. I sing songs. I do this. I do that.
Yeah.
I don't see where it really affected my work.
Yeah.
It's quite unfortunate, like I said, we have people that believe in this and believe in that and believe in that. I also believe there are artists that are aligned to other parties, other political parties, and other political ideologies.
Yes.
And we shouldn't judge people. We are not God.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't divide ourselves. We should unite. It's just a matter of different ideas.
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, if there is anyone that is offended with my position or, sound or, actions some other day or something, I apologize strongly. I apologize strongly. I need your love as my fans, as the fans of the music. Yes, I need your love, and we need love from anyone.
Yeah, that's really deep. And Sniper, I think we can safely say, mu industry, you are a living legend. You have been in the industry for 25 good years.
Yeah.
And still counting, right? From the golden era of urban grooves through the raw energy of Zim Dancehall, and also now hip hop, takes center stage. How would you describe the transformation of the local music scene over the years?
Right now, I think what I can say is things are sort of like come full circle. You understand? Because we started trying out sounds, trying out performance styles, trying out genres and stuff. And Urban Grooves, as you know, was a mixture of a lot of genres.
Genres, yeah.
Rumba, kwaito, dancehall, rap, hip hop,
everything in there.
R&B and everything. And it sort of like grew where, you know, people broke out with their individual sounds.
Yeah.
Now you know that Trevor Dongo does R&B, and so does dancehall and so forth and so on.
Yeah.
And from that stage, dancehall blew again. I happen to be dancehall from my teens.
Yeah.
From I was in high school, from I was a nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I was, you know, blessed enough to go through all these whoops and loops of the growth of this musical industry.
Yeah.
And now it has come to a point where things have come full circle. You understand?
Yeah.
You hear more local music around than we used to fight for space. Now we don't. We don't. We fight for space amongst each other.
Each other, yeah.
Yeah, and that is, I think, full circle. That is, you know, the epitome of what we're trying to achieve. And 100%. I'm glad and happy, and I give thanks to the Most High. Yeah, man.
That's really powerful. And
that's the vision that we started off with. We wanted to see artists do what they are doing right now. Yes.
And looking back at the Urban Grooves era, a time when, you know, local music was finally breaking into the mainstream media back then. And do you feel like, you know, the Urban Grooves era gets the credit it deserves today in shaping what Zimbabwean music has become?
In this country, we have a problem of not properly archiving and documenting our things, especially in the music industry. You know, this is something that other countries enjoy. We need to actually start archiving and, you know, documenting properly. It's unfortunate that at that time there was no social media to easily do that. It was not easy to get hold of a camera. It was not easy to get hold of studio time as well.
Yes.
There were no podcasts and nothing was real. Most of the stuff was lost because it just happened in real time.
Yes.
And there were no recordings or anything. But I'm sure places like ZBC, they have a lot of data. They have a lot of footage. You know, that if any journalist or anyone is interested, I don't know if it's possible, but they can tap into some of these things. People like Templeman, Godfather Templeman, is one of the few guys who recorded most of the events, especially shows. Yeah. But still, even with that, a lot was lost. Yeah. But we can't say lost because we are still here.
You're still there.
I think people like me, XQ Stana, Trevor Dongo, Extra Large, you know.
Mafreak,
exactly.
Yeah.
Some of us are still here. Cindy, I think, is still there. Yeah. You know, so you can talk to these people, you know, you can talk to us. And I also want to stress, Kuti, with this journey, some of the youths that are coming in right now should also try and exploit that pool of knowledge. Yeah. Try to get to the bottom of madhara emimo machembere emimo pamakatanga chini maida kutry kuita sei, how come zvakazodai, or how come zvinodai, how come apa ini ndiri pastage yakati you know, people should try. I think it's important to avoid artists making certain mistakes that we made in our time. You can move faster, you know. Yeah. But without knowledge, no bondera.
No bondera. That's very true.
You understand?
Then come time yazo rira Zim Dancehall era. Yakarira music to daro. Yeah. You remember those days?
Yeah, man.
Ichipisa dancehall. Do you think dancehall is still at that, you know, level, or it's now going down?
A dancehall is in a good space because artists have grown. Like my favorite, Killer T. Yeah. Look at him. Look at him. You know, look at Freeman. Yeah. Look at Colors. You know, these artists have grown, and obviously some were left behind. A lot were left behind.
Yeah, true.
But like I was just saying, some of it is because artists do not find the elders to sit down and get some wisdom of what can I do next?
Yeah.
How can I move out of this situation? I have achieved this. What can I do to do better or do more?
Yeah, true.
Or I'm facing certain challenges. How do I get around them? And I feel we, the old artists, the pioneers, we are blessed with that because we had to go through things in real time with no assistance, and here we are. Yeah, man.
And, Sniper, the music industry keeps changing with the new sounds, artists, and the platforms coming in. You mentioned earlier, there was no podcast back then. Now there is podcasts.
Yeah.
But these are some of the platforms which are actually helping artists as well to promote their works.
Yes.
How have you managed to stay true to yourself and still stay relevant for the past 25 years? What are some of the personal values or strategies that have helped you survive the ups and downs of Zimbabwean music?
Okay, so with me, I think, first of all, I would like to thank God. Mbiri kuna Jesu. Yeah, man. I think chipo chinenge chiripo. Chipo chinobva kuna Mwari. Anditi. So, nekudaro, we can then come back to a thing called music. Things can change. How to make music, how to play it, how to perform it, how to market it and present it to the people.
Yeah.
But if you are a musician, it shouldn't be hard.
True.
To catch on to a new song, to jump on a different beat. You understand? To be versatile, to grow even, and say, yo, because it's all about what God gives you. And I believe music cannot die because kuneka genre rakabuda or an artist can't die.
Yeah.
If you die, then maybe you're not properly listening to God. Because God, if you are positioned as a musician, as an accountant, as a whatever, if you are an accountant, Mwari vachakupa maths dzacho. Vachakudza kuti calculator vector ichi so. If you are a musician, Mwari vachakupa nziyo dzacho.
Yeah.
You understand? So you need to stay true to the game. You need to stay true to yourself as an artist and listen to God. Keep listening. Mwari vanotaura. Sometimes nziyo yakaimbwa na artist A. Yaitofanira kuimbwa na artist C.
Yes.
But artist C where musi wacho anga asina kuteerera Mwari. Because I think Mwari vanongodisha music.
Music, yeah.
Vanena zvoti kuenda kuna Sniper kana kuna ani.
True.
So you need to meditate. You need to be one with the Most High and true to yourself.
That's really deep, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm sure even our viewers at home varikubatsirikana from what you're saying. Because vanonongojaira Sniper wekuimba, but there is this other side of Sniper.
Yeah.
Tiri kudzidza nekunzwa today, and it's something I was not even expecting. But anyways, I'm actually learning from you as well.
Yeah, man.
So speaking of evolution in the music industry,
Yes.
Social media has greatly changed the way in which music is marketed and also how artists engage with their fans.
Exactly.
So are you making use of social media kuti music yako isvike kuvanhu?
Oh, yes, definitely. I am making use because you find that I basically release my music on social media. We post our events, we post our whatever, because we know that this is now what's happening.
Yeah.
Kudara taimbomanya kuma-radio tonodai. We still do that.
Yeah.
But there is more attention on social media and real-time responses. Yeah, man, real-time criticism of what you have done.
Exactly.
Ndopa kungopisa chete mazuva pekuti ukatobuda offside kudhara waiziva kuti mheno pamwe ari kufamba murodhi manoti blaza.
Exactly. But
now haandobva atotaipa ipapo kuti anochi makawanza blue chenyu.
Exactly.
But that's good as well because as you said, you use the word evolution, and evolution is growth. It's growth is forever good. good.
Yeah.
So those are things we use social media. How we use social media might be different. There are artists that don't really use it that much, but still basarano famba. Because we can't be doing the same thing at the end of the day. We can't be singing the same sound or, writing 100%. The same beat. So zvinongoendera none pane vanhu vako, how you position yourself. But we definitely use it. And we'll use it.
Are you actively on social media?
Definitely, when I have something to give the fans, I'm available.
Yeah.
I come through. I do what is necessary to do one music.
Yeah.
Yes. But I'm not that guy who ndabika sadza poster. And
yeah.
Ndatenga mota poster.
Exactly.
I've even before social media, I was not that guy.
Yeah.
Ndiri munhu unosangana naye achiita microphone.
Exactly.
Achiita microphone. Ndakabata mic.
Ndakabata mic, I remember. And there's an article, in the Herald on the 31st of December that read in a quote, Sniper Storm commits to nurturing young talent in 2025.
Yeah.
Close quote.
Yeah.
So talk to us about, about that. What made you decide to nurture the young ones in the industry? What made you decide, okay, let me just take this route?
Okay, it's not something new with me. Before, years back, tichiri kumhanya kunyanyanyanya chichiri chemasoja zvainyazorova maiziya makore ayana love soja anachi.
Yeah.
I used to always have youths around me. Takatomboita inonzi D Brigade ngeina legend alien stuff. Tikatorekodha vakomana tichitopusha zvichidaro. I used to go on stage with a lot of youths.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I believe in giving a platform to the youths. Like I said earlier, kuti even varikuita yavarikuita ukoko, I'm a person who you can talk to.
Yeah.
Who you can come to and say, chaka.
Topaita sei apa
king kana kusaid kwangu. So I remember early, there are some artists varikutopisa izvizvi. Varikutopisa zvekudaro.
Yeah.
There are some who are cultured in that way. Kutotsvaga ndikuuya kubva kwenyiko. Ndikuuya ndamanotsi. Apa munopafanisa sei?
Exactly.
Apa sei voice renyu risingapere pastage? Apa sei energy yenyu iramba sei muchinyora muchidai sei?
Exactly.
And you give them answers and otozoona akutotora masteps iwayo ende zvatoshanda. So I just say kuti that is what I want to see happening, and I'm going to be doing more, even band.
Yeah.
Tukutopinda ne band rine my youths. Pamasiri,
Yeah, you're now using live band?
I've always used live band, I think for over a decade now.
Right.
It's just that dinema events and shandisa
live band
ammunition.
Okay.
Panwanda live ammunition.
Exactly.
No, it's an intimate setting.
Yeah.
So kutoiza mangwanjara because I'm an artist anopisa kumsoro
nekudzazi.
Yeah, man. So inini usashamiziko chitondoona nchitopefoma ndakamira pakabench.
Exactly.
It's okay.
Yeah.
As long as tawirirana kuzeru
ticharwa tiri pabench mari dzabuda kudhara toenda tiri pabench
unogona kutoona chiimba parufu wozotoona chitoimba pazibig stage and settings achatongoreti pa.
Yeah.
You understand? So that is the thing. Producers, anything, featuring, collaboration.
Yeah.
Anything is welcome.
Yeah. So what key lessons and wisdom do you have do you have hope to pass to the young generation, to the next generation?
To the next generation, I say keep working hard, never give up. Yeah, man, keep pushing. It's important. Don't stop usamiswe anything. And terrorize Sniper Storm.
And the terrorize Sniper Storm.
Whether ndiri pa podcast, ndiri pa song, kana kuti in person. Yes, you can listen to me. I'll never lead you astray.
And these days there are a lot of young, upcoming artists. Vibes kutodaro.
Yes.
And which artists are you listening to right now?
Which artist am I listening to? I listen to a lot of things. I like style and pattern. Usually I think bling for bodies and then
yes.
Okay, nice. Panin's Yods and the Farre Papo, I've always liked Bling 4.
Yes.
Holy 10 is a very good artist.
Yes.
Ndiani Mumarupisa. Nisha
na Chiu Master.
Nisha ninzi Chiu Master anonditira.
Yeah.
Nzio dzakadzonyo nice. Yeah, man.
And Nisha Tees.
Nisha Tees, yes. Nisha Tees. I think Pama artist or bari mjigame. Nisha Tees and style.
Right?
She's got a very unique writing and style and how she delivers the lyrics, and that is powerful.
And I think munagapinda mu space yake ega so akanyatsoziya kuyatsozi-identify ezokuti ini apa nekuzvipositiona ndopangwa apa.
Exactly.
And exactly. I think it's really working well for him.
Yeah, it's really working well. But I'm sure, just like everything, most of these youths, there's room. There's the cake is big and there's room. You eat anything. They should try out and work hard and push the barriers.
Yeah.
Break barriers and move forward and grow bigger.
Yeah. So now let's get into some of your work in the industry, Sniper.
Yeah.
Your origin story is one a lot of music fans know and respect. From those early MCing battles back in 1999. Remember those days?
Yeah,
1999 to recording with Delani Makalima
Yeah.
at Shamiso. But what would love to hear it from the horse's mouth. Say, what was the that moment when you knew music was your calling? I was like, I think it's really man. And how did those early experiences shape your career or the sniper storm we know today?
I think knowing that I have a calling in music, was through maybe the early stages where we were battling. Changu chakatanga even ndiri ku high school.
Yeah.
You understand? People like Yombriman.
Yombriman, yeah.
Yombriman takadzidza pa same school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Magana kupi? Madzibabe.
Sekefohai.
Pasekefohai, Bachitaus.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So taimbo freestyle at chikora gogo not noise dzakaipa dzakatoipawe ndodai so ndatombopinda pachiwave chekuzopinda mughetto muchitungisa meme tichotsvaga unzi anonzi akaipa wacho ndoupi tiende tino freestyle so in those meme nemawin meme nemalose so watogeja art rako kuti ndopisa kaini uya anogona zvakati zvandisingagona but I'm an artist where I try by all means to be able to do anything that is musical, lyrical or vocal. You understand?
Yes.
So I challenge myself a lot. And I think because of that spirit, I ended up being sniper, being able to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Even up to the stages of producing music.
You actually you produce music?
Definitely, man.
Wow.
We have produced music for artists, for
which other artists have you produced for?
I've produced a song for Freeman. I've done a rhythm compilation that I got a piece in the dancehall circles called the Higher Late Rhythm. I made that rhythm and personally recorded every artist that is on it.
Oh.
Mixed, mastered, everything.
Wow.
Yeah, man. So I'm an artist who, I'm just music. So at some stage, because of all of these things, you end up knowing that I know but into my talents.
Yeah.
I think sometimes chipo chenobva kuna Mwari. Unongopuwa chipo maybe otoiti ndo inonzi zodzo. Yeah, man, you get an anointing. So sometimes ndaenda kaita graphic design. You understand?
Yeah.
Dai pamwe ndiri ndakatosota kaola.
Pamvura.
Ndiri the go-to guy or something.
Yeah.
So I think that is ndakazongochoose all music. Yeah.
Ndo kwangu.
And ndatoona kuti ndikutoretwawo.
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, zita kuti Sniper Storm rakazobva papi?
Zita rekuti Sniper Storm ndakaita rekupuwa. Rekuti sniper.
Right.
Really. I think in those early stages ndiri kuchikoro, there was a brother of mine ainzi Superman. Marain mandaigara.
Okay.
Where I grew up in Waterfalls. Ndiye ndakazongonomufreestylira. But because I'm this, guy, I say expect as I already sniper, or you are on the sniper. So I think I was in Form 3 at the time. So I then added the storm later. And that's how it became Sniper Storm. Yeah.
Now I see. Sniper Storm from school, second 4, Form 3. That's way back. Exactly. So looking back, what would you say have been the biggest, moments and milestones in your career?
Biggest moments and milestones is when I think there are many, and I think it's an everyday thing sort of. I think when you performing is one of the best things in this business.
Yeah.
When you go on stage and you spit fire and the people react to your songs or your lyrics or anything.
Yeah.
Those are the big moments for me. And sometimes the wow factor that you get when you finish recording a song or placing your idea on a beat. Yeah, man. And you listen to it and say, wow. Because
exactly. Yeah.
How? So this is why I always say we are just instruments.
Yeah.
So we need to also be careful about how we handle ourselves as artists or as gifted people. It is important how we handle ourselves.
Yeah.
That's a kurimsoro. As ready.
Yeah, and that's why I'm my bars of wisdom. I would go see my wisdom bars from the Sniper Storm. Yeah, no, I think we are learning a lot from you today.
Yeah.
As much as your career has been filled with highs and achievements, we know every journey also comes with its share of challenges.
Yes.
So looking back, what would you say was one of the toughest times for you in the industry? And how did you cope with it? And what did you learn from that experience?
I think I'm still learning because I've had a lot of challenges. But the biggest challenge that I think I've had to deal with right now is criticism. Basically, social media hate. I don't know where it's emanating from.
Yeah.
People dislike, sort of like just attack, not dislike.
Yeah.
But attack me a lot. I think now I can safely say, Ndoitong in the Republic, enemy number one. You understand? If I post something, if I put out something, yes, there are people that appreciate the music, but
yes,
and that is really challenging. How do I deal with these people? Maybe I'm doing something wrong. That's fine. But which is why I said, at this moment, I'll take this opportunity kuti kana uri ningi na ningi paine paunoona ndakatadza, I apologize deeply. You understand? And I hope kuti music yangu inotambirika newe zvakanaka. You understand? Kana ndakashanda newe, if you're a promoter, another musician, a producer, a journalist, anything. You understand?
Yeah.
And if I did wrong, possibly we have grown. We are now grown-up men. We're elders in the business. Yeah, man. So this should be coming from somewhere. So I think at this platform, I would like to apologize. Deeply. Yeah, man.
Do you have
sometimes people will send death threats into your DMs and say, I can't say who and what, but actually my one, you wonder,
why
the language that is used, there's so much hate, and I also see it happening to other artists as well, and I think it's not a good thing. We can't become a nation that.
So what's the best solution to this, man?
I think
it's a pandemic.
It's a pandemic, yes. This social media hate, we need to stop it. It is not good for anyone.
How do we do it?
Imagine iwewe unosona boots. Vanongopfura vachikutuka. Unotengesa mataya or whatever. Vanongopfura vachikutuka.
Yeah.
Munhu ari kutogadzirira taya kuti ungoburuka kumota kwake kudrivers. Totanga kuti ungokutuka.
From Norway.
Utanga kuti ungokudza zvinhu. It's very disturbing.
Yeah.
It's disturbing. And yet you are doing this for these people.
Yeah.
You are kutogadzirira taya ravo uri kutodai. Azviite.
True.
You know, munhu anogona pamwe kungoti oisuta nini, as you say, but still it is not a state or something to boast about.
Yeah.
Kutoti notuka izvenyu, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying to know we need to change that about ourselves as Zimbabweans.
Yes.
People are different. People have experiences in life that are different.
I've noticed that a lot of people on social media, they've developed what we call thick skin. You know, there's just like, okay, criticize no matter, you know, how much you want to criticize.
I'm a dancehall general, the emperor. Yeah, man. The Rim Soldier.
Yeah.
You know, I see this and I hear this, all this criticism and insults and threats and all of these things. I'm a strong man, but that doesn't mean I don't care.
Yeah.
Why? Because I have a heart too. And terminate.
Exactly.
You understand? But
True.
And also besides that, I work with people. I have a family too. And I have friends.
Yeah.
And I have relatives. Yeah, man. And I also have, most importantly, fans.
Yeah.
You understand? So if you throw hate, my fans are going so futi. And you know, it becomes this my family, or relatives or friends or the people I work with.
Yeah, true.
It ends up confusing the space and causing a lot of turmoil. And we don't want that.
Yeah.
We want to be happy.
Yeah.
We want to dance to music. We want to sing along. You understand?
100%.
I want to perform. I want to record. So I also want to add on to that and say, I want people to know that there is no day. Yes, every man, Munwese, me, you, Ola, and even all these people that are watching us. Hakuna muno asingatadzi. Hakuna. Ndakutombeimba song inonzi sorry.
Exactly.
Munhu wese anokanganisa. Yeah, man. So I would like people to know that even with that, we are not boasting about our mistakes. Hatisi kutoganza. Hakuna munhu. I don't think Ola iwo unomuka nasi. Oinini ndo muka nasi. Ndikati ndodaenda unokanganisa.
Yeah, azviti.
Azvite. We all want to go out and do good. We want to say good things.
True.
We want to give people good experiences of ourselves. So, panozo kanganisika chino. Please understand that. But no. Munhu yameno zvangoitika.
Ndizvozvo.
Wapa akazorasika, apa akazodai, but no. At least I own up to my issues.
Yeah.
You know?
That's very true.
And I apologize, even personally, in my personal private space.
Yeah.
If I mess up, I apologize. And this muno kwakwe.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't work that way. Because I just know I'm just another guy.
True.
There are 8-point-something billion people in the world. Who am I not to apologize?
Yeah.
Who am I not to own up to my mistakes? Who am I not to be responsible? You understand?
Yeah, I guess.
So we need to remember that. Hakuna munhu anomuka achiti ndikunokanganisa. Even mabad man anozvititiri mabad man.
True.
Vatodaro. Vamwe vacho vanotozoriekta kuti ndikazonzi ndiri bad man zoti handijairirwe. That means kuti anenge azondikanganisa.
Ndio andozoratidza.
But nanzi kungobuda mudheni kane zvombo njingonotaka vanhu.
Azviti.
No, that's not the thing. But I'm prepared.
Yeah.
You understand?
I get you. So one of my favorite songs from you is Tsvigiri. You know, I love the song Tsvigiri. Tsvigiri Muhuchi. It wasn't just a banger. You know, the video sparked some serious reactions when it dropped.
Yeah.
Tsvigiri amaitara patemi uchi wamairi wapatemi. Is it the one watangofunga tese kuti ndo wamaitaura?
Yeah, zvamaifunga izvozvo.
Ndizvozvo.
Ndinowo zvangu zvandaifunga.
Waifunge.
Pandononge vanhu vane zvavanofunga. But imusic. Kana yakatambirwa nevanhu kuti Tsvigiri aireva ndeiyi. Then chakashanda kachistatement ichi.
Yeah.
Chakashanda.
Then let's talk about beef. You know, you find that every artist akatopeta beef somewhere in the industry.
Yeah.
And the Sniper back in the day, your name couldn't be mentioned without, you know, fans bringing up Stunner. You know?
Stunner.
Yeah, you know, people would say Stunner and also other artists as well. Not
Stunner.
only
I've never beefed na Stunner. I've never beefed na Stunner. No. Stunner.
Yeah.
Me and Stunner is good. What I can say about me and Stunner is what can I say about stana asi sniper, sniper asi stana, siyana nekuti dedza uchiti stana, ukaona sniper usazomti stana, tine mazita akada kufanana siri vanhu vakasiyana.
Okay. Yanga tori explanation.
Yeah, man. It's a little freestyle.
Yeah.
But it's like people confuse me for stana. I think it's because of the names.
The
stana,
names,
sniper,
sniper.
Stana. A lot of places we go, people look at me and say,
yeah.
But I usually name Kwende,
Apana. Exactly. Back then, you were beefing on then.
Back then, and some of my beef. My beef tombo takaitika kumashure dealt with Don. We did the thing, necessary for the game.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's just a musical thing, no hate. Yeah, man, nothing personal.
Looking at the beef that was there back then.
Yeah, man.
And the beef that's happening right now with our current, crop of musicians.
Yeah.
Would you say, because I'm out to have beef in my feelings, even outside music. And mimi amaita back then, it's not para music. Behind the scenes, we have fun.
Yes, I think beef shouldn't become personal. It shouldn't.
Yeah.
Never. Beef is a very important part of an artist's growth.
Yeah.
And also, it's good for sometimes the fans. Zvafana nebora.
Yeah.
Dimbarene ailanga, mazuano kune Scotland. Chitambo nichiyo mune sane beira, sane majeza ake and stuff. And my support ake. So I think sometimes unoita kuti pana kids.
Yeah.
And it's important. And also, like I was saying in my earlier days, tinodzidza zvakawanda.
Yeah, true.
Uyo wandikukwikwidzana naye pamaiku uyo anenge anogona zvakatu. Ko ina andigona here kuzvitry nekudai. Aburitsa song yakati andigona ukatry here kastyle kanenge soso. Iye achidzidzawo ini ndichidzidzawo. And at the end of the day tinopa my fans project or produce iri bo.
Yeah, true.
Iri better and bigger. So let it not be personal, because akuseri kutofanira kungo spark. Kufanira vanhu. Because kana chatongo personal chakuzokwadzana. Unotoona mumwe munhu achikwara enda vanhu
varikwadzana zveshuwa.
Vanhu varikwadzana mugame.
Even takona mamwe artists when they are performing vakutemwa. Because of hate yekuti pane beef yekuti ningi versus ningi. It's now getting to the point yekuti even my fans akuto beefa kana sniper akamakana na ola, my fans akuto maka ola on behalf of Stana to an extent to attack.
To attack, exactly.
Yeah. Do you think as my beef is it makes them better as artists, or it destroys their career?
A beef is basically competition. It's like running a race. Kuna chaita number 1, kuna chaita number 2.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, athlete odzokera kujim onosimudza simbi practice more unodai.
Yes.
I don't think music dzedu dzinenge hip hop, dancehall. You can't take away the beef element.
Yes.
There is always nyama egos with artists.
Yeah. Yes.
But like we said, it's not supposed to become personal. It's important that it stays in the artistic space.
True.
Yeah, man. And we carry it that way, and I do not know how we can convey that to the fans. Anochi, magitar. Magitar. Otherwise, because gona na vari pa poster vese vanhu ngavatozviziva kuti kana tadedzwa nachipazi tese pamwe takatosangana kuoffice tichinosainira mari dzedu.
Exactly.
Takatobva ipapo tikaenda kusadza. You understand?
Yeah.
But at the same time, ndomukunda. Tichitodya sadza.
Exactly. Exactly.
So it should be like that, Gati te spirit yoyo even with the fans. The hate, the personal hate. Kaisa shand.
It's too much.
On social media.
It's too much,
about anything. It is wrong. Mazimba takutodziridza chelu. Where we should actually be advising each other and criticizing each other, constructively, kuti tiende kumberi, cross borders with our art. You understand?
I get you. So last time you talked to me, you said you have about 8 children. I want to ask you, kuti pavana venyu mdara pane here vari kuda kufollowa ma footsteps enyu sema artist. We've seen Ana Sulu, one of my legends, Ana Simon, the late Chimbetu, Ana Trison. We've seen other artists, one of my artists wakawanda waliku peswa music, na Peter Moyo, they're pursuing music ima darao. Vamwanozo peswa ao, ana baba wafa, vamwantanga baba wapenyi. Like ana aga Nyabinda, I know these guys, wakatanga mdarao Nyabinda, actually mupenyi. So from your kids, Pano no, this one is an artist or but a different career path altogether?
I think the music industry is big, right? And it has a lot of sectors. I think when I was younger, or back in the day, and I started with things.
Yeah.
I oh, that's
exactly. Yeah.
That's my book.
Exactly.
You know, even if it has given me more, done a lot for me.
Yeah.
Still, I don't want to get a lawyer, I don't get a doctor, I don't get a cheap. But as we grew older, I started, getting educated on certain things.
Yeah.
About life and about work.
Yes.
No. Actually, that's a mistake.
True.
That's one big mistake, especially as Africans have made, not just in music.
Yeah.
Olayo mono wanfano to start podcast.
Jesus.
Urukona. Wangu panfano itata kana vese, kana
vita.
And it's not just kuimba, I always think like I'll give a very maybe controversial example.
Yes.
Yet the dembo. Yekuti anjataure mazi.
Yes.
But pane mwana ipapo anwa dembo.
Yeah.
Atori dembo pachake.
True. I agree.
And then mumwe ndiye ngaji manya nichinjacho.
Exactly.
Uya ninga nyatso aina.
Exactly.
I don't know what's going on there,
yeah, true.
but I'm a very huge fan of Leonard Dembo's music.
Yeah.
So to end have to say with me something.
Exactly.
But I feel kuti izvo zvinhu zvinofanira kuitika.
Yeah.
So music industry mune ma DJ, mune ma manager, mune ma producer, mune machi. Mwana wa Sniper afanire kungoimba chete.
Yeah.
And the biggest legacy that anyone can pass down to their children, the legacy.
Yeah, true.
Ifon bukurang.
Yeah.
So tineka situation as Africans go phone book rinofana mdara, rinofana moms.
Exactly.
We need to change that now. Phone book rangu inini. Mwana wangu anafana kuto mdara ola, mdara kazoshaya.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
You see, so I think we've made that mistake, and my mindset changed after makora pfura.
Exactly.
So
we are nurturing them.
Yes.
You can see uyanenga no zvirimo.
And even akasatoita artist.
Yeah.
I'm not a manager.
Artist.
Yeah. Achishandisa.
Experience yamdara.
The phone book ramdara.
Yeah.
Studio yamdara. Guitar ramdara.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Uniform yamdara. Army. Whatever.
100%. I see. How many boys do you have? I drugs that maybe from the 8. 5 boys. And the 5 boys can form a band.
All 5 boys can form a band.
Exactly. Bassist, rhythm,
Sniper 5 from Jackson 5.
Exactly. You see.
All right. I have a remove an okwana. But this is my band. But bo
zvobuda futi
keyboard
wakabata vese bendo Sniper
vasikana mazuano vasikana vakushanda
exactly vanogara ma PVs
just my age yekuti
band rese ndire boys
vasikana vachaite zvinhu anoona kutozobuda atori mwana wa Sniper musikana anomhanya ngoma kuti kutamba izi
like ona mwana kwa Chings kwabuda bebiga kunenge musikana kwa Chings ari kurova chimoko mwana wa Chings ari kutochimhanya zvokutodaro. So moving on, as an artist, when you create music, Sniper, who do you have in mind? Message.
Inini ndiri artist wevanhu. Vanhu chaiyo.
Yeah.
Kuna vandinoti music yaacceptwa nevanhu.
Yeah.
Ndo vandogadzirira music. The people in general, your normal layman on the street.
Yeah.
Ndiye wandoda kuti anzwe ngoma rangu.
Wow.
Wow. And then kune vamwe vanotomuka chidai sometimes atitova target, but inini generally I make music for everyone, each and every demographic. Kubva kuti wapfana tudiki kusvika kune vanhu vachembera chaivo. So my songs angu you find kuti message yangu sometimes is a bit more broad and universal.
True.
To anyone. That's what I try and do. And dzimwe nziyo, but akuti dzimwe nziyo dzandotogadzira nditoziva kuti ai all art.
Okay, Sniper. Tamboti batini nyaya album tichitanga kuti nezvaro unonzi nini zvimwe zvakadaro.
Oh yes.
But now I understand you're running about 10 tracks.
Yes.
This new album, and kune munhu asitamba kuteerera album iyi asitarinzwa ari kutonzwa tichita nezvaro panapa for the first time.
Yes.
Ndeipi song yamungamurecommend kuti ngambonoteerera, it's a must listen?
The album is a must listen. It's a body of work, 10 tracks, carefully produced and recorded for your listening pleasure. Kuti titi pane one inofanira kuda, I think one doesn't go without the other. You understand?
Exactly.
Which is why it is an album. So we would appreciate it much more if people listen to the whole project and understand it and feel it, because it is something that is that is musical, that is spiritual. Yeah, man. And it's important that you tap into every song. So I will keep my favorites to me.
Oh, to you. Yes,
I'll keep my favorites to me.
I understand.
And as I know as well, my fans will definitely have their own favorites. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So please do listen to the album.
And your new album has been creating a lot of buzz on social media. Yeah. So what was the inspiration behind this project, and how does it reflect where you are in your life and also your career right now?
Okay, like we were talking about earlier, we're at a stage where I did a reggae album this time. It is a reggae album, and it is a much more spiritual album than anything. There are songs about love. There are songs about our everyday experiences. There are songs about what I feel about certain things. And there are spiritual songs as well. Exactly.
When you say spiritual, what do you mean by that?
When I say spiritual, songs that are inspired by spirituality. Spirituality. Yes, there are songs about that and things that I would want to express about certain things about spirituality. Pane mbiri kuna Jesu, pane mdzimu wedzinza.
Exactly.
I think those are the main spiritual songs. But each and every song is a spiritual song because it also drives the spirit. It also,
so when you say mudzimu wedzinza and mbiri kuna Jesu, exactly. Those are like two contradicting spiritual views.
If you listen to the songs, you
like I don't believe in ATR.
In ATR,
yeah. Yes. When you say mudzimu wedzinza, they would feel like, okay, this is ours. Then also when those who believe in Jesus, when you say mbiri kuna Jesu, they will say, oh, this is ours. Where do you stand as an artist?
Okay, there is spirituality, then there is religion.
Yeah.
You understand? So ATR and Christianity are just religions. But zvese zvinobva kuna Mwari. You understand? So my understanding of spirituality is there is one God. Kuna Mwari kudenga. Kunozoita vanonamata vakapfeka magemenzi. Kunozoita vanoita chivanhu. Kunozoita zvakadai. So all of these things put together, ukanogara pasi nemunhu ari kuita chiro chi-spiritual. Kuna vanoti atidye poko. Ngeinini so andidye poko.
Amutoro wepoko.
Antoro wepoko. Zvinhu zvisiri izvo zvese. But anyway, all these things lead to one God. Mwari akati inini ndichasvitsa shoko rangu kune wese. Every corner of the world. Zvekuti rakauya sei rakazodini. The question is, did you get the message?
Exactly. Okay.
You understand?
Fair point.
Mudzimu wedzinza is about those who are into ATR. I understand that deeply. And then there is also Christianity, which I also understand deeply. I think maybe those are the two religions that talk about spirituality.
Okay.
Yes.
I get you. So there's a song on the album, you know the battle of your enemies.
Oh yeah, enemies.
Yeah. Were you basically claiming that you have a lot of enemies, who displease you and also want to see you fail in life, maybe in career, everything. Do you really feel like that? Why do you feel like that as well?
Yeah, man, it's a song that is, I was talking to God, I think if you listen to it as you have, ndinenge ndichitaura kuna Mwari kuti vavengi vawandisa. But God also says, keep your enemies close.
Yeah,
man. You should, be good with your enemies.
Yeah.
Because muno. And like I said earlier, we do not know what drives some of this hate or some of this, animosity.
Yeah.
But anyway, still, like I said, I care. As much as I know everything, all these things, I still care. He hate you guys. I want this.
Exactly.
So I was talking to God. Munamato wangu na Mwari. Waudzoja, I'm done. Pakaipa.
Apanomera bo.
Makati, but hey.
Zanyanya.
Matemo acha want.
Exactly.
You understand? But anyway, still, that is the song. And then you have other songs like Ananini. I think they touch on things like that as well. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Business Kake is not about any of that, but I think a Business Kake is one other favorite on the album.
Yeah.
From what I see, which talks about, Geta Mukadzi Anashanda.
Exactly.
Jeg how.
Exactly. So this new album, Ranema videos are online or that people should expect?
People should expect videos. My videos are ripo. And we are going to do more.
Okay.
Yes. But this is quite a very different project from what I've been doing with Dara.
Yeah,
man. And also different from some of the stuff that is out there and how things are being done.
Yeah,
man. My videos are kuya. Mamwe tiri kushanda, mamwe akashanda wakare.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. We are just,
Okay, that's amazing. You know what? Nothing that this is wonder from a sniper or the new sniper.
Yeah, man.
I want to understand something. Or maybe I want you to explain this to the nation.
Yes.
Or maybe educate the nation.
Yeah, man.
It might be stereotype or whatever, but my artists like I wonder are associated with drugs. Is not dark. Especially your genre, like Zim Dancehall. A lot of artists are associated with dark and vanongoonekwa, like that. Zvekuti even vamwe vasingaite zvino dark. Ukangoti uri muimbi weZim Dancehall, unongodza handotimbira iri kudhakwa nechini yet iwe unongosiri mudhat category. So usiri mucategory in, I want to understand from you, my brother, kuti what do you think ndezvipi zvamunofunga kuti zvingade kuitwa to cleanse the genre, even vanhu varimo vari kuita izvozvo nevasingaite izvozvo, now that any other person ada kungoita zvedhanzo zvazvemadrugs, o kuti mwana wangu ati ada kuimba dhanzo, ndogona kuti kutoona kuti mwana ane talent ndomuregedza nechinhu kuti zvedhanzo ndezvemadrugs. Yes.
What I think needs to be done, most importantly, management yema artists inofanira kuita much more serious about what they put out to the nation and what they show people. Yeah, man. I think some of these habits are personal to each artist. I'm not about drugs. I've never been. Ever. Yeah, man. But each and every artist should try and manage their image that get out there.
Yeah.
They have that responsibility because we are idols.
Yeah.
We are stars. People look up to us. So it is important, like I said, mukama kuseni, and care about doing good more than anything else. Showing people love. And love is also showing them kutano izvezve atibati, izvatiti. Although I think I understand that some of these artists do this because they have this belief here that is how you will tap into that spiritual space of creativity. You understand?
Yeah.
I think that's where the misconception is. But there are ways of getting high, which are not drugs.
Yeah.
Music itself can get you high. Dancing can get you high. laughing, jokes, anything can get you high, which is not dangerous to your body, which is not dangerous to the next man, because you do not know what you are going to do in your drunken or high state. So control yourself. Find other ways, other safe ways that are safe for you and safe for people to get that high or to get spiritually connected into that.
Yeah.
Tap into that zone, that creative space.
That's powerful. So, okay, on your album, did you collaborate with any other artists?
This album, I did not collaborate. There are no collaborations.
Yeah.
The collaborations is with the musicians.
Yes.
That played the music, the producers.
Yeah.
And the instrument players.
So which producer did you work with this time?
I worked with a producer called Sledge. Yeah, man, from Zunde Records. That's a producer I worked with.
Yeah.
He's fairly, I could say, a new young guy.
Yeah.
In this business, but very, very, very good at what he does and multi-talented. Yeah, man.
So you gave him the chance?
I gave him the chance, and this is an endorsement.
Yeah.
Akatoiba, because he managed to give us this music that we are enjoying today.
Yeah.
That is so clean and,
That's powerful. So before we let you go, my brother, Chimbotpo Bichana, a freestyle. Kanzguisa from the new album. Kanzguisa Kanzi. Then we direct people to your YouTube channel to go and check out the latest videos and new music.
Hakuzi kugona kwedu kumuka everyday tichibwaira nekunanzvira same time kuine mamepo varo ine madhimoni anotinyangira whether life is sweet or sour. Pamina matondo patotangira every second, every minute, every hour. Ziva tenzi vakavhumbamira mbiri kuna Jesu, mbiri kuna Ishe. Yama.
Oh, yo. Thank you so much, my brother Sniper Storm. So did you go to church?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Which church did you go to?
I go to UFIC.
Oh,
when I get the chance to.
Yeah. So but mfuna kupinda muri ku present worship ku front kwekwe.
Yeah, ku front kwekwe manje. Unogera baba wedu vamakandiwa. Muno kuti akaparidza akatona vanhu akusumuka simwe sit down. I think this is really too exciting. Asi tishanbonopinda music yedu urikuona zvairi kuita.
Exactly. Umukwana ku present worship ikoko.
Teshoda but vanoti sit down
chibomera.
Vanoti sit down.
Sit down. Okay, no, that's fine. So your parting remarks, my brother.
My parting remarks, I want to say thank you very much to you, DJ Ola, and your team.
Yes.
And I say thank you to Zimbabwe for carrying me for all these years. I want to give thanks to the Most High God, yeah, man, for the gift, and the love, and the grace. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
We thank every day that we wake up and we are able to do this. We are happy to be here, making music and entertaining the masses. Yeah, man, it's the most important thing. It's the most important thing.
Thank you so much. That was my brother Sniper Storm. He's a living legend. I'm sure you guys can check out his music on YouTube and on any other digital platforms. Go check out the new album Nini. Ziriko Nini out there, and also Zatunoziwa, Nini. So it is like na Sniper this time around. Thank you so much for watching. My name is DJ Ola 7 Owen. We're Kwamadon, the Chief Air Marshal. Until next time, bye bye.